Welcome to the channel. Today I have a video from the cat marchand. Watch until the end and subscribe. Let's watch the video.
Passport bros.
A passport bro is a term used to describe a Western man who leaves their country in order to find a woman from a non-Western country.
There you go, mate. That all good? Yeah. Cheers. Nice Cheers, one. Mate. Thanks.
Some are seeking more traditional relationships, and some just have a preference for foreign women.
Thank you. I'm right here. I'm single. Why?
The passport bros community needs to be studied. Or do they really? Because really what it boils down to is patriarchy, toxic masculinity, and is infantilization and fetishization. Because like if you think about it, the basis of their whole ideology is that American girls take too much shit for granted.
How much money do you think a guy should make per year? 100,000.
And we're entitled.
Like $1 million, $2 million?
Like 500 grand? Is that a lot?
A lot. We're expensive.
Yeah, mills.
How much does a man need to earn to have, to provide a comfortable living here in the Philippines?
30K per month.
30K per month?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're earning 100,000 pesos a month, here in the Philippines, you're considered rich.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay, 50K is about $1,000 US.
We're too outspoken. We don't want to follow in line with like the traditional family and couple roles that they want.
Well, that's a lot of money though. Going to the Philippines and having like $600 and having a decent living. Oof. that's really good, right?
When these guys approach me, they have these expectations, and I'm nurturing and I'm traditional and I want to take care of them and serve them. Bitch, I don't.
Because never forget that these types of men want a mother.
Problem is, she was a really nice girl, and all she cared about was taking care of me, and I don't need somebody that does that.
Oh.
All she was worried about all the time is how I am and what I'm doing.
Like, have you eaten?
Oh, and everything I do, let me do that for you. No, I can't deal with that.
A slut and a Madonna all in once that won't talk back to them.
What's the biggest green flag?
Well, basically men want to be taken care of. Like, did you eat? Did you want something? Like a king, right? I'm not saying that men not supposed to treat the women like queens. I think everybody needs to be treated well. You bring your 100%, I bring my 100%. So basically, ignore whatever doesn't make you happy and do what makes you happy, right? So I think basically that's what men want at the end of the day, right? Easy life, right? Not somebody nagging and making them like stress. People, especially men, they deal with a lot every day, so they want to be with someone who try to help them and not to stress them, right?
Oh, if they fucking suck my car.
That's simple one, I guess, isn't it? What's the biggest red flag?
If they don't.
Because there might be a language barrier, I feel like they like the little giggly I'm sorry, I don't know how to say, I feel like they like that shit. Like it makes them feel dominant and more intelligent.
So you want someone more independent?
50-50. Yeah.
50-50, an equal partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people in my comments are commenting on Asian women being submissive, and I think that's a misinterpretation of how they show respect.
Some Western women think so highly of themselves that when a man does something for them, they think that it's the bare minimum because they're the queen. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to do the laundry, the dishes, clean the house and everything because what they say is like, I'm supposed to do that for my man.
And that's really the basis of it all, isn't it? It's not that American women are more entitled.
I think, actually, I know I'm a prize. And so I think that a man should value me for what I am.
We don't recognize our own privilege.
So if the woman is the prize, what would that make the man?
The wallet.
We take our
That's wrong. Sir. I think a man is a prize, right? Like everybody, the way you think about in your mind, you are the prize, right? Before everybody make you, you have to go somewhere you being celebrated, not tolerated, right? Like a wise man said.
Privileges for granted and shit like that.
Am I getting paid? Are you paying my rent? No! Like, what? Do I need to call you a fucking nanny? Boy, bye.
We are just naturally family-oriented people, that's all. And you can't deny the fact, here in the United States, it's not like that anymore.
What it really is we are in the dawn of the time when women can be just as advantageous and successful as men have historically been allowed to be.
I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but we don't chase men! We chase the bag! We don't need honeys, we need monies.
And now that we are at that age, we will no longer tolerate things like belittlement, domestic violence, putting us in a box, telling us what we will and won't do.
You think all foreigners are rich?
I think they're rich, but not rich by like the money, like rich in their hearts. Like
She says something nice. Being happy, it's not about money. Being happy, it's what you have. And recognizing that God gave you what you needed, and that's enough. People, for example, in a third world country, they don't have everything that people have in America or Canada or anywhere else, right? They don't have it, but whatever little they have, they're happy. They're so happy. Even the kids, right?
I wish that you guys could see it's really not that complicated with American women. We're just asking to be met halfway as far as respect.
Men are stupid and I don't respect them.
That same respect.
Whoa. Feminism. Men are stupid and you don't respect them? Who built the world? Men. Right? Half of the stuff that men do physically, a woman cannot do it. No disrespect. But some of the work, dirty work, garbage, and constructions like heights, stuff like that, risky jobs, because men are built not to think about risk. Men are built to find solutions. Men are stupid. Oh my gosh. What do you guys think? Bottom. This is crazy.
That you are hoping you get.
I have never felt like a king or got true king treatment until I went out of this country.
Facts. Type of foreigners that you like?
Well, those people who, has an aura that they're approachable and you can sense that they're not, rude.
Okay.
Those type of foreigners, yeah.
Okay, so you guys have to have an approachable aura. Okay. Thank you so much, Mika.
When you go over there and seduce young women.
When you let a Filipina from the province plan your date.
Didn't you lose these?
No. She's never been to the club before.
Yeah. Look at you.
So long story short, I'm the type of woman that's the last stop before they make loud declarations that they're going to go to Asia when their feet have never been more than 5 feet off the ground when they had to go do the jump test in PE class when they were in 6th grade.
It's easier for these men to go overseas, get one of these victims.
I think for them, they might think it's like easier, which is disgusting, guys. Like, stop.
Personally, I don't think so. Going to Philippines is finding victims? Like, is it you're gonna hurt people over there? Like, what do you have here to go to do there and to be so powerful so those people can be victims? I think they have good life. I like the way the country looks, and it looks like they're having more fun than we do here, right? What do you guys think?
Do you like foreigners?
Some foreigners I do like, but some I don't.
Some you like, some you don't. Okay, what are the type of foreigners that you like?
Well, those people who, has an aura that they're approachable and you can sense that they're not, rude.
Okay.
Those type of foreigners, yeah.
You got a whole bunch of girls that would like to get a decent partner, and you got a pension, and you're a nice guy, and you don't drink, and you don't smoke, and you just like to do nice things.
Right.
It's easy to find girls.
Okay, so you guys have to have an approachable aura. Okay. Thank you so much, Mika.
See, a lot of these passport bros are exploiting a power.
Find a context in which you can shine. You can be a contextual.
And you just like to do nice things. It's easy to find.
When their feet have never been more than 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Those type of foreigners, yeah.
You got a whole bunch of girls that would like to get a decent partner, and you got a pension, and you're a nice guy, and you don't drink, and you don't smoke, and you just like to do nice things.
Right.
It's easy to find girls.
Okay, so you guys have to have an approachable aura. Okay. Thank you so much, Mika.
See, a lot of these passport bros are exploiting a power imbalance economically.
Y'all are taking advantage of these women. Philippines, Thailand, like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education.
Excuse me?
Want a woman who they can control 100%, or as close to it as they can.
And that's where I think the word submissive sort of gets lost in translation, because I've been traveling the world as a single guy for 3 years, and that's not the way it works that's not the way it works. You show them a lot of respect, and then they just start doing things for you and showing you respect back. So it's definitely give first and then receive, but sometimes it feels like 10x of what you're used to be honest.
They're just happy to be rescued from their poverty-stricken life of no opportunity.
So do you think Filipinos are gold diggers?
No. I don't. I think most of the Filipino people are real honest, nice people.
Okay.
I've been here 9 years, and I've never been robbed, I've never been accosted, never been scammed.
How many Filipino girlfriends did you have?
Many.
Many?
Many. Girls are real good here. Yeah, they are. You have a large quantity of girls here that aren't married, and a lot of the men here are gay from what I can see.
Yeah.
Did this man just admit that he went to a foreign country to find himself a wife?
No.
Because he wants somebody with traditional values, which means that he wants a slave.
Usually the girl won't go with the man unless she likes him and she thinks he's attractive or she thinks he's okay. She won't go.
So I think men are having more fun over there, right? There's nothing wrong to have fun. There is nothing wrong to do what you want to do, right? So I don't know why those women here in the West are getting upset for, right?
He wants somebody that will abide by and listen to literally everything he says. He wants somebody to comply. He wants a slave. Traditional values. Oh, you mean seen and not heard? Marital R word is not a thing. Child rearer. Cook, you know, like the good old days when women couldn't vote, when women couldn't have bank accounts, when women couldn't leave their husband.
They're not really allowed to explore outside of the house, etc., because their husband doesn't want them to find that freedom.
Do you think foreigners are generous?
I think so, yeah.
You may or may not be able to drive. You may or may not be able to speak English properly and be able to really find people. Do you now see why a lot of these same men are searching overseas to find quality women worthy of marriage?
There's nothing wrong to go and find a wife that wants to cook for you, that wants to clean your clothes, that wants you to be stress-free There's nothing wrong with that, right? So I think here the power is made for women in the divorce court, for child support, for anything that women want. The privilege for abortion, the privilege is given not even to the kids, to the woman to decide, right? So there's nothing wrong with men going to the Philippines and finding some women who are willing to cook for them, to nag for them, to do whatever they're asking them to do, right? Like the man said, if the woman don't find you safe, she won't come with you. So, you know, they have their own mind. They're making their own mind, right? What do you guys think? Let me know at the bottom. Let's continue.
Yeah. It's because they want a woman who is dependent on them for their livelihood.
A lot of the men I know that go overseas to find wives are not great dudes.
Most of the foreigners that I encounter are generous. Give foods to the beggars, money to the beggars.
Why do they care that men are going their own way and finding women in foreign countries? Why are they so upset?
Because we don't care. Look, we don't care. We do not care.
Yes, you care. It's getting into them right now, right?
They need these men to stay in their orbit, to keep validating them. That is what they're terrified, is they will lose the influence they have amongst the few men who still put up with it.
Sexual marketplace value for the culture at large, but maybe the culture that and the context that matters most to you is your campus, or maybe the people in your homeroom class. There's all kinds of hierarchies within social systems.
Okay, so then you would then judge it based off like, okay, is that guy an athlete? Is he like doing well, or like what would be
in high school? Yeah, that's the stereotypical one. It's like who is the big man on campus is the quarterback, right?
Sure.
Does this guy can he compete with somebody who's 35, makes $1 million a year? Just depends on what the woman is looking for. You know, she might be so involved in that context that she will actually choose the quarterback over somebody who makes, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. This is why this is great advice for guys, especially the shorter kings out there. Find a context in which you can shine. You can be a contextual alpha. You might not love that term, but you can definitely have a higher sexual marketplace value in certain contexts versus others.
Would you consider dating a foreigner? 150%.
All she was worried about all the time is how I am and what I'm doing.
Okay.
When they get a foreigner, they want to take care of him.
Good luck dying alone with your cats.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with that. Going to overseas and finding your happiness and be treated as the way you want. So do what makes you happy and ignore anything that doesn't want you to be happy, right? So that's why men are going their own way, because some women here are not approving men to be happy, that are not willing to accept men to be a leader, right? So they think about money. Money is not everything. Money is not the end of the world. They think about men and they think about money. So men don't care about money. You have to be a material wife at the end of the day, right? So that's what all men want. So I love comments. Let's read some comments. We just want a woman who is nice to us and is feminine. Yes, we want a woman who's feminine. Most of the women now, the independent, and the giving the vibe of masculinity. My Filipina girlfriends, and I love watching those videos together and laughing at the angry modern Western woman. Well, of course, you know. So get your passport and follow your happiness. If you want to go to the Philippines, you think you're gonna be more happy there, you know, just do whatever you want, right? And women here are losing it because they know that the Philippine or the Thailand women are treating men better. That's just it. They're treating men better and they just can't compete with them. That's why, right? I remember one man said, when I got out from USA, then I realized I was being treated like a king. So all men want to be treated better. Every human like a better treatment, right? So if you like this video, like, subscribe, leave your thoughts down in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video.